Hello and welcome to another edition of We Stream. It's Star Wars Week.
Hooray!
And to continue our Star Wars Week, we are going to be watching Princess Rap Battles Galadriel versus Princess Leia. Before we get into all of that, I am a musician. You should check out my other content.
We're all different with much in common. Build some bridges with a friendly drop-in. Instead of speaking all about your vision, approach an enemy, don't talk, just listen. Dream with me.
Be sure, if you like this video, to leave a comment, like, subscribe, share it, all that stuff, because then YouTube's algorithm thinks I'm worth the crap, and it helps me to grow this channel. And that's the plug. Anyway, I've checked out a couple things by Princess Rap Battles on this channel before. One of them was excellent, one of them not as much. But it is Star Wars Week, and this is one that popped up in my feed to check out for Star Wars Week, so here we are. If you don't know who Galadriel is, I think that's how you say her name. She's a character from Lord of the Rings. If you've seen the movie, she's the one that gets the creepy witch face sort of thing going when Frodo offers her the ring, because the ring starts to like manipulate her and she gets really evil and hyped up about it. She also narrates at the beginning of the Lord of the Rings films about like what happened to the rings, because she was alive in that age. You know, she's actually been around for a long time. She was in the first era, the second era, all that crap. I'm not gonna get too deep into Lord of the Rings, but just know she's important in that lore. She's one of the characters that's also seen in the Silmarillion and the Unfinished Stories, so that's who she is. But a lot of people would see that name and be like, who? So that's the explanation before we get into the rap battle. So let's take a look at Galadriel versus Princess Leia. Let's go.
Princess Rap Battle Galadriel.
Galadriel. Okay, so I think I had it right, if that's right. It's a pretty good look. Her menacing stare from the Peter Jackson adaptation.
Versus.
I don't know which hobbit that's supposed to be peeking out. I like it.
Leia.
Everyone's doing their hair. Okay. Han Solo, Luke, and Leia, all making sure their hair is pretty.
Let the rap battle begin.
Okay, Leia just flipping you off right away, and that's actually a good Leia scowl too.
Leia. Let the rap battle begin.
Like, hold on, I want to see if I can freeze frame it on that.
Leia. Let the rap battle begin.
Like, that's a good little Carrie Fisher type facial expression. I give props for that already.
Good job.
One does not simply walk into this fight.
Alright, we're starting with the one does not simply walk into Mordor reference, which was not said by this character, obviously, but hey, it's relevant to the source material.
The rap battle begin.
One does not simply walk into this fight. I'm the baddest bitch in Middle Earth, the Lady of Light. I look better in white. You should flee from my sight. I'll strike you down like Obi-Wan, cause I'm colder than carbonite.
Alright, so flex bars about, you know, the Lady of Light and stuff about being colder than carbonite, and she'll strike you down like Obi-Wan gets struck down in A New Hope. Nothing really too direct to Leia, just general, what those bars were general references to each of their films, but not really any targeted disses and not very impressive flexes. So kind of a limping out the gate here.
Better in white. You should flee from my sight. I'll strike you down like Obi-Wan, cause I'm colder than carbonite. You bet on me, you're not strong enough. A human break enough, you don't live long enough.
I don't like the flow here. I don't like the beat either. The beat's kind of cheesy, and the flow, she's holding on to certain words to fit. Like either add another word or change up the scheme. Here, listen to it again.
You bet on me, you're not.
You battle me? Like that, you should never have a flow that's like, you battle me? Change it up, like, you battle me. Something more staccato for that few words, or something that rides the beat better. I don't like how that sounds.
Should flee from my sight. I'll strike you down like Obi-Wan, cause I'm colder than carbonite. You bet on me, you're not strong enough.
And it's, you're not strong enough. It's probably on purpose. I just don't like how it sounds.
A human break enough, you don't live long enough.
And then a human break enough, you don't live long enough, because elves, like, you know, eternal, humans, you know, not immortal, eternal, whatever you want to say. They live a long time, humans don't.
You better listen hard through those donuts in your hair. By the time I end this line,
you will love me and despair.
That's what I was talking about, the crazy evil witch lady. So by the time it's over, you will love me in despair, blah, 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 more flex, more flex. Really, nothing has been said of great significance in these bars so far.
It's in your hair by the time I end this
And yeah, make fun of Leia's hair, so woo.
line.
You will love me and despair.
Warning shot from Leia, I guess.
Calm down, Grandma. You're ugly when you're mad. Showing off your dark side, you remind me of my dad.
Alright, I like that. Leia's starting much stronger. I like her flow better. She's saying, showing off your dark side, you remind me of my dad. Her dad's Darth Vader, in case you don't know that for some reason. And what was the first thing she said?
Calm down,
Aside from the grandma, ugly while you're mad part.
Grandma. You're ugly when you're mad. Showing off your dark side, you remind me of
Oh, I guess that is all she said.
my dad. What a strong female character, obsessed with a ring. And you had to send a group of men to fix everything.
Alright, that's a pretty good diss as well. So she's like, oh, you're such a strong female character, but you're obsessed with a ring, so a little play on, girls who are obsessed with wedding rings because all they want to do is get married. So basically, a little play on that. And then she says you had to get a group of guys to do everything because, even when Frodo offered the ring to her, she's like, nope, I ain't messing with that. I'll give you this little thing to help you out on your way. But if I take it, I'm going to try to take over the world and I'd probably be successful or something. So no, you can have it and go on your way. So she's like, yeah, you say you're such a strong female character or people regard you as such, but you're obsessed with the ring and a bunch of guys had to do your work for you. Pretty good, Leia.
When Sauron took over, you hid in a tree. I led the Rebel Alliance and we saved the whole galaxy.
All right, now her flow is just sounding so goofy on this beat again. Like she started out good and now she's like there's no emotion to it. It's just being said. But what she said was cool. Let's roll it back.
Sauron took over, you hid in a tree. I led the Rebel Alliance and we saved the whole galaxy.
The whole galaxy. Anyway, no, she's talking about how when Sauron was in power, Galadriel, she's just hiding wherever. But when the Empire took over, Princess Leia's like, no, I'm gonna help form the Rebel Alliance and blow shit up. Badass.
I am done with you. You will be nothing but a crater. My words explode like bombs. I'm a verbal detonator.
Alright, that was fun little wordplay there. My words explode like bombs. I'm a verbal detonator. That's a play on thermal detonator because it sounds pretty similar. Thermal detonators are like super hand grenades of the Star Wars universe, so that's cool.
What if your films had 13 re-edits?
Alright, we're starting with what if your films had 13 re-edits? Yeah, the special edition upon special edition and stuff are really, really annoying in Star Wars. Please leave them alone, especially Return of the Jedi. That one got the worst treatment. They added that whole Men in Black alien singing, dancing scene in Return of the Jedi in Jabba's palace that does not fit in with the rest of the movie and has terrible CG and is just cringe on cringe. It makes Return of the Jedi feel like the prequels. Yeah, let's stop with the re-edits, unless they're actually going to be decent.
Well, most of your run time is spent on the credits.
Oh, we're going back and forth. Okay, hold on.
What if your films had 13 re-edits?
Well, most of your run time is spent on the credits. We're on movie number 7 while you're still on your 6.
Alright, so this is a few years old if they were on movie number 7. But hold on. How do you spend most of your runtime in the credits? Yeah, there's a lot of credits in Lord of the Rings or whatever else, but those movies are long as hell. Let's think about the special editions. Those are close to 4 hours each. If there's 3 of those, that's what, 12 hours of movies or so? And Star Wars are about 2 hours each. So that would mean Star Wars has 14 hours if you're talking about the 7, so that's 2 more hours than Lord of the Rings. It's not that big of a difference. And then if you add in the Hobbit series, which is another 9 hours of Lord of the Rings, and then you add the next 2 Star Wars movies, The Last Jedi being 3 hours, and the newest one being 2 hours or so again, there's more hours of watch time for Lord of the Rings. I don't get how that's... there's something either missing in that bar, or it's just poor research, or just dumb.
Well, most of your run time is spent on the credits. We're on movie number 7 while you're still on your 6.
Yes, but unlike you, we don't pretend that 3 don't exist.
Ooh, unlike you, we don't pretend that 3 don't exist. Well, actually, again, a bar that probably hasn't aged well, because as a Lord of the Rings fan, I pretend that the Hobbit movies don't exist more often than not, and that's 3 movies, so, I know some people really like the Hobbit movies, and they like, Super Mario Legolas. That's just not for me. But that's still a good diss anyway, because the prequels, until recently, when all of a sudden the people who like were children when the prequels came out started acting like they're good, the prequels have always been like, yeah, we don't talk about the prequels except for Revenge of the Sith sometimes. I guess it's funny how you are influenced by things you saw when you were a kid, because when you're a kid you don't know how bad things are, and then when you're older you just still have nostalgia for it, which lets you overlook the bad things anyway. So you have this generation who, when the prequels came out, they were either too young to watch them or very, very young and just watching them, who think that the prequels are actually not that bad. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. But anyway, most Star Wars fans before The Last Jedi didn't acknowledge the prequels, and I don't know. Star Wars is interesting, right? Right.
You're like a stormtrooper because your shots never hit. I wore one gold bikini and the world lost its shit.
Alright, so stormtrooper, shots never hit. You get it, they can't aim. She wore a gold bikini and the world lost its shit, man. Carrie Fisher in a gold bikini, though. Am I right? Am I right?
You're like a stormtrooper because your shots never hit. I wore one gold bikini and the world lost its shit.
And Carrie Fisher was not a fan of all those scenes because she had to suck in her gut the whole time, and it was really painful and all crappy, but hey, it was worth it.
I'll rap faster, outlast her, outclass her, surpass her. I'm a master with a blaster, you're a Ren Fair disaster.
The sound of this rap is so bad. Blaster, but the bars are pretty good still. Again here, Ren Fair disaster, like Renaissance Fair disaster, so basically making fun of the fantasy tropes.
I walk in the sky while you're stuck on the land, just a hippie hobbit humper, unblinking and bland.
That's rude.
No lightsaber needed to take you out. Search your feelings. You will forfeit this bout.
Alright, so now we got Leia trying to use Force Manipulate. I don't know of any time that Leia used that. I'm sure in the extended universe plenty of times, but... oh well, she's got Jedi blood in her. All those midichlorian whatever. She's fine.
I will never give in to your Jedi mind trick, and after Jabba's...
oh yeah, Jedi mind trick, that's what it's called. What did I call it? Force manipulation or something? I don't know. Jedi mind trick. Don't worry about it.
I will never give in to your Jedi mind trick, and after Jabba's eager tongue, you should know when you're licked.
That's a straightforward little fun thing. After Jabba's eager tongue, know when you're licked.
My lyrics so wet, I'm like a rhyming typhoon. How's Alderaan doing? Sorry, too soon?
It was alright. It was kind of... the rhyming typhoon with wet lyrics was kind of a forced bar to get to the too soon rhyme scheme, but I still like it overall.
I see things that were, things that are, things that may be. I'm fully operational, it's over, baby.
Why in all these rap battles of Star Wars that I've been watching this week, everyone has to say fully operational to brag about their rhyming? Like, that needs to be a Star Wars rap battle sin now. You're not allowed to say fully operational. I don't know who did it first or who's done it last, but everyone should stop going forward.
These things that were, things that are, things that may be. I'm fully operational, it's over, baby. You shall not pass. Challenge another. You can kiss my ass. Pretend it's your brother.
Alright, incest joke. Now this incest joke I like better the way it's presented than the ones that were in the Vader versus Leia video I did. Because this was just one bar, unless she goes after this. I don't think she's going to, though. This is just one bar. It was a good way to close stuff out. And then there was a couple other things. She had the "you shall not pass," the Gandalf line there.
Things that were, things that are, things that may be.
And that's just about things that elves do, by the way. But anyway.
I'm fully operational, it's over, baby. You shall not pass.
So, you know, "you shall not pass" Gandalf thing.
Challenge another. You can kiss my ass.
But
pretend it's your brother.
I love that. I like the way, and the way it was delivered was probably one of the better sounding things that's happened. She almost had like this seductive, sassy, "pretend it's your brother, kiss my ass," and that's ooh, that's a good one. I like that. Alright, I guess that's all we got here. Alright, so who won? Who won? I'm gonna give this one pretty easily to Princess Leia. I didn't think either of them sounded great on this. There was a lot of corniness. The beat was kind of hokey. The flows kind of were off. The delivery wasn't always the best, but the bars from Leia were pretty solid from front to back, aside from a couple that I was like, now hold on, I don't think that makes sense. But overall, we're 2 for 3 with Princess Rap Battles being pretty good. So I'm happy. The rapping, again, is the weak point of this series, of this channel. I mean, understanding barology, understanding delivery, understanding rap battles doesn't always seem to be present in this channel, but the videos have been alright aside from the first one I watched. So we'll keep checking out Princess Rap Battles, I'm sure. You guys will just have to let me know which ones to go to going forward. But yeah, I'm giving this one to Princess Leia, and that is all for this edition of We Stream Star Wars Week. Until next time, I scheme, you scheme, we all scheme for ice cream. Bye!